Mm, 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 Let me put time on. I need to do my calendar. I'll be right back. Hey y'all. I'm eating some breakfast spinach dip. Spinach dip for breakfast. Not much. On day 2 of this TikTok drama. Lord have mercy. I ain't doing no more. I'm done. Because it ain't my situation. I don't want my page to become other people's page and to be consumed with, you know, with the wrong things. Oh, I wouldn't say the wrong thing, but be consumed with a certain type of energy. My day has been going good. It's been okay. I'm up right now doing laundry, getting some things done. When I get off of this live with y'all, I'm gonna call and make my appointments, practice self-care. Yep, I'm done with it. I said what I had to say and I got it out the way. And then last night I had a very beautiful, fabulous conversation with Haven, which is another person that I follow who follows me. And we talked a little bit about it. Try not to be too specific and too graphic because, like I was telling her, we have to be careful about inserting ourselves in certain things, even when we feel a certain emotion, because you don't know the full story, you don't know the full context, and even when people are telling their perspectives, you have to be careful with that because in the end you can end up looking like a fool inserting yourself in something and taking up for people, and then you in the end you find out that the story or the outcome was something different than what was painted. It's I've learned, especially with being on this app, but I've learned in life before this app that it is best. I understand more than ever why my grandmother used to tell me just sit back, watch, and don't say anything. And it used to irk me to know I'm an Aries, so I'm impatient. I'm very compulsive. I'm an activist. I stand up for people. Like, right is right and wrong is wrong to me. It doesn't matter what your race is. It doesn't matter your nationality or your who you are. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That's the type of household I grew up in. But I have learned in inserting myself in stuff before this app, just on a personal level, an in-person level, I've inserted myself in situations that have made me look like a fool. And you gotta kind of wait it out and not be so heavy-handed in your thoughts and opinions. And even in the videos that I've made this morning, I still didn't get too deep with taking sides and stuff like that or whatever. Although I'm unfollowing people, I just can't. I can't allow certain energies to interfere with my energy and what we got going on over here with my tribe. It's just too much. It really is. It's like an episode of Real Housewives, and I do not watch Housewives. The only reason why I know of Cardi B and like people like that is because of social media. I don't watch them shows. Hell, I want drama. If I want drama, I just go to a family. I'm sorry. If I want drama, I just go to a family function. Yes, and you have a bunch of regular people on social media with these bigger accounts that are not being mindful that they have bigger accounts and very much influential over the people that, not to say that, everybody can be told what to do and all of that, but you know that when people believe in you, when people like you, when people, okay, I'll just put it like this. Let me put it like this. My family told me when it came to my marriage, whenever you and your husband, or whenever you, even not even just in my marriage, but even in friendships, don't tell me work out unless it's something very extreme like abuse or something like that. Don't tell me, work it out amongst yourselves, because the moment you tell me, there's no way you can tell me how to feel about it or when to get over it. And my husband and I learned that the hard way when we used to go outside of our relationship and vent to our family members, and it was complete utter hell. Even when we had worked out the situation ourselves in between us, our family members still, we couldn't tell them when to process their healing on what we, based upon what we told them. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful with what you say, how you say it, and who you're telling it to. And it was complete hell for years. You know what I mean? So I just make sure, like, there's a lot of things I could come on social media and vent about, but I'm not about to do it. I'm not. Unless it's something that is really like legally public, needs to be really, it's just detrimental. Baby, y'all not about to know nothing about my personal life, nothing that y'all can use against me or hold a grudge forever and ever and make me miserable about. Baby, you ain't gonna never know. And I don't have nothing bad to say about an ex or anything. I'm not about to do it. I'm not. I just unless it's something that just needs extreme attention, like legal or death or life threatening, baby. And especially my family and friends, they never announce themselves. They watch my lives. They look at my posts. People from my hometown watch my live, look at my posts. I mean, people that can really see me, I don't think that people are mindful. People preach a lot of stuff that they don't practice. And everybody talk about on this app healing. People are just repeating these terms and these things that they are hearing, and not many people are practicing it. Because to know healing, it is an ongoing thing. It's going to be something that we practice until we officially transition. Healing is an ongoing process. It is not something that has an end. Because when you heal from one thing, and even in that, you have to know that you're not completely healed. There are still pieces of it that you still have to work through and process, because when certain things come up, it's going to trigger you. So healing is an ongoing process. We are always doing this thing called healing. And to think that you are healed more than somebody else is to be in delusion, because we all have trauma. We all have some shit with us. We all have things that we've been through. We have all been through certain things. We all require healing. Ain't nobody above the other. Ain't nobody this saint versus sinner thing. That is a fucking joke. because we all make mistakes. This good versus bad, this good versus evil type of shit, that is whitewashed white supremacy shit. Because honestly, we all have faults. Nobody is a good person. We are all healing. We are all going through this thing through life, and the things and the opportunities that are put in our way, and the situations that we are in, the cards that we have been dealt. Now we have a choice in it all. We do choose. We have free will. We have the ability to choose our own path and the things that we choose to feed into. Shoot, they need to. Shoot, if I had my old account, I'd be up to my 100K. I would, but I was banned, so I gotta work there. But that's not really what matters to me. I just want to build the right people. I want to build the right tribe, and I don't require yes men. I expect my people to call me out if I'm doing wrong, or call me out when something seems wrong or something seems off or whatever. Because I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I get overwhelmed. I'm human, just like anybody else. I could come on here and vent about a lot of shit. There has been a lot of shit that has happened to me, and I came on this bitch and told y'all good things and made great posts, and I was hurting. I struggle with my back, like back issues. I struggle with PCOS. I struggle with a lot of shit, just in being a mom and a mother, and people telling me how I should be grateful for shit and all kinds of shit. I struggle with a lot, and still come on social media and give great content, positive content, educational content. I don't take anything from my personal life and dump it on other people, and dump my traumas on other people, knowing that in a responsible creator, in a responsible celebrity, a responsible influencer knows that, is being aware that, yeah, I'm going through some shit, but so is my following, so is my tribe. They going through some shit too. So in this post that I am posting right now, and I've had to sit with myself, there are some drafts that I have deleted when I was in pain and I needed somebody to hear me, and I deleted that shit because I didn't want y'all to feel it. I didn't feel like it was fair for me to dump that on y'all. And somebody who actually gives a fuck about their following, that gives a fuck about their tribe, is going to analyze what they are doing in the moment and know that, hey, what I'm putting out there is not only affecting me, it's affecting my household, it's affecting my family who's going to see this, and most importantly, it's affecting my tribe who is going to see this as well. You know, the bigger picture, baby. Don't get me started. Hey, you know, I'm on here preaching again. But I can't sit here and call myself a spirit guide, a spiritual healer, or, you know, even a content creator, and not be mindful of my tribe and what y'all are going through as well. Sometimes y'all don't want to hear that shit. Sometimes y'all come on here to, okay, I'll give my husband for an example. He's more so like, he doesn't have a social media presence. That's not his thing. That's not his lane. That's not what he wants. You know, whereas me, I'm not camera shy. I don't mind talking to people. I'm fine. He is more of he talks to people in person. That's what he likes, that type of interaction. He doesn't like social media, 1,000 people on eyes, 1,000 eyes on him type of thing. He's a private person. So, and I even asked his opinion just as a spectator, as somebody looking from the outside in, and he was like, when he goes to, personally for him, when he goes to social media, he's looking for content that helps him get through his day, because he's going through a lot of shit at work. He's going through some stuff in his household, and he's looking for content that's relatable and content that just uplifts him, or either is comedic relief. You know what I mean? And we have to be mindful that just like we're going through, and not be selfish, that yeah, we're going through some shit in our personal lives, but there are also people on the opposite side of our phone that are also you want empathy, you got to give empathy. Hey, how you doing? Good morning, y'all. We can't be one-sided with our empathy, understanding, and compassion. We have to also give that shit like we want it. The energy of karma. So when we think about karma, people are just thinking, oh, bad karma. But you also, good karma is also a good karma is also a thing as well. You get what you receive. You get what you give. That's good. You got a day off. Come over here and help me fold these clothes. Shoot. And wash these dishes. More of us need to be listening to you. The household that I'm not gonna lie. It's like I was telling my parents, there are some things that I could critique in my household that when I was growing up, there are some things that I could be like, oh yeah, my parents could have did better in this and this and this. But in being a parent and being an adult myself, I come to realize a lot of things that they were going through that they sheltered us from. And also the reasons why they did what they did when they seemed like horrible, mean people to us. Yeah, take care of yourself. Get all of that done. Make a to-do list. Cause me, I ain't gonna lie. I need to make a to-do list today. Cause ain't nothing gonna get done if I don't do it. But I was taught to be considerate of other people. You know, my mama taught me to be considerate of other people. My grandmother was very nurturing in energy. She really cared about people. She was empathetic. She always put people before herself. Always. Even to the day that she transitioned. She was just fighting to be here for us. And my dad too. You know, I mean, things weren't always perfect, but he always taught me, don't ever think that no matter how big you get, no matter where you go in life, don't ever think that you're above anybody, because the man who's at the top can always be at the bottom. What goes up can always go down. You throw a rock up in the air, it gotta come down, huh? And I've just carried that with me. I don't care how many degrees I get. I don't care how much money I get. I'm going to be excited to see y'all regular degglers in the street than I am a celebrity. Because I'm going to always be a regular deggler. It don't matter where I go in life or what happens. I'm going to always be happy to see the people who believed in me when I had nothing, when people thought I was nothing, that matters to me the most. I'm not gonna lie to you. And even to this day, even with the milestones that I have accomplished now, I'll never forget the people who gave a damn about me. Even if all they could do was offer me some encouragement, some words of encouragement or some advice. I'll never forget those people that gave a damn and thought I was somebody before I became somebody. And people don't think like that. They really don't. They don't consider others. Baby, you'll get far in life by treating people like human beings, because people wonder, oh, why people love you so much, why they respect you, because I treat people like they're fucking human beings and not just some object or something that somebody that I could use for a game. People notice that shit. You think people are stupid? They're not dumb. People are not crazy at all. If they don't catch on at first, they will catch on eventually. And you won't like it when they catch on eventually. Thank you. Yes. You will get so much further in life by being considerate of others. And people don't understand that, because some people come from these rough ass backgrounds and they may have not felt like anything in life or had anybody that told them that they were important, that they were special, that they were or made them feel loved or made them feel seen and heard. And even through that, you have to, I'm not going to tell nobody to dismiss their traumas and you got to feel it, and you got to go through that shit. You got to recognize what it is. That's the only way you're going to be able to heal. That pain, you got to feel it. But one thing I could never, I'm not going to lie, me and my husband struggled hard. When I tell you hard, imagine being a woman pregnant and you don't know how we were going to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But we still had to go to work on not even a full tank of gas, and we don't get paid for the next 2 weeks. How about that? There's so much things that have happened to us that we should be bitter about, and that we should be completely nasty about. And I should be totally on a different energy compared to what has happened. Like, we literally started from the bottom. We lost everything and had to build to the top. But in the midst of it all, I had to realize, and it was hard to process that thought, that I'm going through this so that I can relate that, because somebody else is going to need this. And it was hard, because I'm like, well, why the fuck I got to go through this? Why do I have to go through the hard things for somebody else to benefit from it? You know what I mean? Like, I would appreciate having to learn from somebody else's mistakes. Like, my sisters got to learn from my mistakes, that other people have gotten to learn from my mistakes and learn, like, and me being on my platform and how my platform has grown organically and all of that, and even before TikTok, just in some of the people that I've met, even some of the younger folks, and me being a sub, the different journeys that I've had throughout life, it made me come to an understanding of why. Yep, you are so true. I got folks. There's folks that I know personally that are like that want to put on this persona that they have it all together, that they are above other people. It's very much a classist, socialist type of viewpoint, and all it is a defense mechanism. So when somebody like me come in the room, it wrecks your whole personality, because your personality is wrapped up in this reality that you created for yourself to protect yourself. So when somebody like me, who's authentic and real, comes into the room, it forces you to actually look at yourself in the mirror and look at your real reality, not the one you created. And I was telling Haven last night, I'm usually that person, and I've learned not to take it personal, that people cut the conversation short with. Like, they be like, oh, you really like this? And like, even people who meet me, like, from online or whatever, or even just my classmates and stuff, they be like, you really like this? Like, you really, your internet personality match you're like, you really, all right, well, I gotta go water this watermelon. I gotta go grow a garden. Hey, Envy. So yeah, it's being responsible. You know, we have to have a balance of self-care and also empathy for others as well. And I think when we take care of ourselves, then we can take care of other people. In interacting with people more, because I see that a lot of people, like, I thought that I was sheltered. A lot of people, it's like I was telling somebody, my parents this was more so my mom, forced me into a lot of different settings that was uncomfortable for me. Because her goal was, I don't want you to be socially awkward. I want you to be able to walk into any room and not feel awkward, be awkward, and say stupid shit. I want you to be culturally aware to what I can, to the ability that I can expose you to it. I want you to be aware of other people outside of yourself, and that the world doesn't revolve around you. And as you can see on this app, a lot of people have the world revolves around me mentality. You know, like, I wouldn't say nobody, but there are people who, even when they're corrected, adjust. Like, I'm not even above correction. I don't care if I ain't gonna lie. Don't try to play me publicly, because that's just not, I'm here to tell you. The way Lil Boosie act, that's how we act here. All of us. That is the Louisiana, like, that will not end well. I'm here to tell you. And I'm an Aries. So it's going to go on for as long until I feel better about it. So, but I try to stay in my lane, and I try my best to not cross boundaries or not purposely offend people, because for what? Like, what does that do at the end of the day? What does that do for a person at the end of the day? Oh, don't get me started. I was craving some boudin, and then I seen this. They got this Cajun man. I follow him. I should know his name, but this Cajun man on here, and he cooked a boudin king cake. Lord have mercy. When I discovered that, I was like, man, I gotta try that. I gotta try a boudin king cake. But I ain't gonna lie to you. My boudin gotta come from Billy's. If you familiar with Billy's, I have not tasted boudin that can out boudin Billy's here. I may have to offer that in a care pack. I might have to partner with Billy's so that I can ship this to y'all, so y'all can taste this magical goodness. I said that I should probably do a Louisiana, like a Creole box or something with the seasoning, and then maybe ship like some of our potato chips and drinks and stuff that we have here that's like locally owned and all that. That I might let me write that down and see if it comes into fruition. Let me see what I can do. First of all, I need to know. I just need to know how to package it so that nothing melts and nothing that it turns out right. But yeah, I try to be mindful, and how I practice that, because a lot of people say these terms and say these things, but nobody's giving instruction or insight as to what that looks like. And being mindful is just being aware. First, being aware of yourself, because when you're aware of yourself, you can be aware of others. When you give yourself the love and the care and the watering that you need, you can love, care, and water others. It is only until we take care of ourselves that we can take care of other people properly, and it's only until we give ourselves what we need. When your cup is full, you don't mind sharing it. But if your cup is empty, you ain't got nothing to give, and you definitely ain't gonna be in the mood to give. So, y'all, my stomach hurting. Probably eating this spinach dip this early in the morning. I need to make it from scratch. It's okay from the store. It'll do. I said I should have been a rapper. I tell my husband that all the time, and he told me to just stick to my speech stuff that I'm doing. but yeah, we have to be careful. You got to be careful. And maybe because I'm the firstborn, I'm the oldest sister of all my siblings. I am the first grandchild on my mama's side. I'm the first grandbaby. I'm the first niece on my mama's side. So I learned responsibility. I was the test baby. So it was a little rougher for me than it was as they got older and everybody else started coming along. I learned responsibility early. I learned how to be mindful and all of that because the women in my family had to keep moving more. You know, as they got older, they slowed down. They were a little more lenient and stuff, whereas I had all these rules and shit, you know. But I think also, too, our experiences shape and mold us. And, of course, you cannot help what you're born into. You cannot help the cards that are dealt. But you can choose to educate yourself, to reach out to people who can educate you. And I'm not going to lie to you, that can be hard because not everybody's a teacher. And not everybody is a guide, like an advisor, a counselor. That's not everybody's calling. That as much as people want to do these things and have these fabulous ideas, we need to learn when certain things are not for us and when we need to refer it to somebody else. Like for me, organizing is just not my thing. I don't care how much I have it in my mind, how much I scroll on Pinterest and I look at all the decor stuff and I look at organized TikTok and all that. My outcome is not going to be the same. I've tried it. Yes, everything has had to be hard. my whole journey has been hard. My whole journey, everything, like I've never had it easy. Never ever. I'm dealing with body pains right now as an effect of that. As in a, from me being young, I can remember working, and the older women said, "Baby, at the rate that you going, you gonna burn out before you 30. No, you're gonna burn out by the time you're 30." I didn't even make it to 30 before I had to have a blood transfusion. I think I was 27, 28 when that happened. That's how hard I had worked and how much time I did not have to self-care. So, y'all, we just gotta do better and hold people accountable as it should, and not just be hopping on people's bandwagons because we like them. I don't give a fuck how much y'all like me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hit me in the DM and say, "Hey, look, you tripping. That last video you made, that was out of line." Or if you see me doing something out of line, because they sure don't hesitate to tell me on Facebook and Instagram. They sure don't. When I got into that little thing with Granny Coy on Instagram, they told me, "Look, no more of this content. No more back and forth with her. We don't do this over here. We don't come to you to see this, the drama, the chaos, and all this. Nah, we good. Stop responding to her." Straight up. That was on Instagram. It's and on Facebook, I got family and friends over there. I posted a little video. It was a little joke. When my kid was my daughter, before I had my son. So it was like a little joke, and I had locked her out the house. But I was looking through, I'm not going to lock her and leave her. But it was like, and she started crying, so I filmed it. Shit. I got so many nasty texts and phone calls and DMs, and you better take that shit down. Don't you leave her. Baby, they was tearing off in my ass. And then these are people who love and adore me. I bet you I ain't doing no more. Shoot. I'm like, man, I'm just joking. Okay. They do not play about, baby. My own family follow me on my accounts and they look in on my lives. They want to announce themselves, but I'll know it because they bring it up in conversation when I'm around. When they're around me, they pop in on my lives. They pop in. They watch my posts and all of that. Man, my family is very particular about people embarrassing the family. So, but we gotta be, when you want that influence, when you want to be in a position, Twitter banned your first 2 accounts. How? Recently? Because I've been seeing Instagram has been taking some of my old videos down. They looking a little suspect. They are. It is. Anybody, I don't want somebody that's going to just, and I had that in the workplace. People that would just watch you go downhill and let you reach rock bottom. I don't need people like that. I need people that really genuinely, and I try to be selective and I try to be mindful, but I'm human just like anybody else. Everybody is human. And sometimes in our life and at certain points, we need people that's going to be like, that's not right. That anybody, people that just hype you up when you wrong, don't care about you. They care about themselves. They are using you as an emotional outlet. As a way to that they get to vent their projections. Yes, indeed. I don't do Twitter as much as I should. I'm not gonna lie to you. It'd be too much in posting on all these social media platforms. But all right, y'all. I'm about to my husband called me. I'm about to see what he want. He probably trying to see what to get from the store, because it is about lunchtime for us. So y'all have an amazing day.